am so, I'm so nervous. Okay, I feel like my heart is racing. Oh my goodness, this is not that bad. I also don't want to cry. Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka agapelovegirl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is a little bit different. It might be a little bit long and chatty, but I'm going to try my best to keep it brief. Basically, I have a kind of big announcement to share with you guys, and I really need your help for it. I kind of want to have a little bit of a backstory and explanation as to why I have this announcement. So I want to go into that first before I get into the announcement. But if you were just really anxious and curious, I will put a timestamp on the screen for you to skip forward to where the announcement actually is. Or you could even look in the description box. And I will have information there and a link for you guys to check out. Now please understand, this isn't something that I need money from you guys or anything like that. It's very simple how I would need your support. So, you know, please don't it's nothing weird, but for me, I just felt the need to make this video, and why I'm a little bit nervous about it is because it's a little bit different, and for me and my channel and what, my brand, what I represent and what I want to represent. And so that's why I feel like I need to explain things. And I'm sorry this seems so cryptic. I will get to it. It's just I'm really nervous, let me just tell you. And the crazy thing is that this is just an announcement of a possibility. It's not even something that is actually set in stone. It's nothing that might actually happen. It could, but that's where I need your help and your support if you choose to give it to me. And so anyways, with that, let me go ahead and just get into it. Alright, so to start off, I just want to say this is about body. This is about a little bit about my weight loss journey. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm already going to start crying. I am such an emotional person. And I'm really trying to be better at that, but I can't help it sometimes. Anyways, for those who don't know, I used to be 240 pounds. I'm going to scoot over this way because I think I might put some pictures up. I used to be 240 pounds. Oh, this is honestly nothing to cry over, but I'm just so stinking emotional. I have a little tiny bit of makeup on because I started to do my makeup, but I was going to do my makeup first and then film this, but I had a feeling I might start crying. So I was like, you know what, I better just film this first. I used to be 240 pounds. And I went on this weight loss journey. I won't go into the details of it, but I did track my progress on my blog. I actually went through all this before I even started my YouTube channel. So it was back in 2012. It was March of 2012 when I started. And if you want to learn about my weight loss and read about it, I will have links in the description box. Everything's on my blog and stuff like that for you guys if you're interested in seeing my journey and learning more about it. Anyways, I think about the 18-month point was when I lost, when I felt like I had gotten down to a really triumphant size to me. I think I'd gotten down to 175 pounds or something, which was great. I felt so much better. I definitely felt like I looked better. And it was really good. But I'm 5'4", and even at that weight and at that size, how I looked so much better, but still wasn't what I'm supposed to be, you know, body mass index wise. Technically for my height, I should be, I believe, anywhere from 125 to 135 pounds. And so it was still like, it was still kind of rough on me, you know, to have, to work so hard and lose so much weight and feel great, but still not feel like it was good enough. And this isn't even about that. I'm just trying to give you guys a story, paint a little bit of a picture. That being said, let me just tell you, for me first, really quick, for me, losing weight was never about a number. It was never about reaching 125 pounds. To me, I never really fully believed or thought that I could get there. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why I never believed that I would get there. Anyways, but also I didn't really want to. It was never about a weight number. It was never about that. My goal had always been from the beginning that I just wanted to look good naked. I wanted to feel confident naked, because then, and even in between, and even now, which now I've gained weight, but anyways, I've never really truly gotten to a point where I can say that I felt confident naked in my own skin, which is kind of embarrassing to admit, because I feel like a fraud in a way, because I try to encourage, you know, confidence and loving yourself. And it's not that I don't love myself, and that's kind of what I want to get across. It's not that I don't love myself, or that I think people who are overweight are ugly or unfair, unlovable, or anything like that. That's the thing. It's like I never want to come across that way, because I don't think that. But for some reason about myself it seems different, which is really, really stupid. Anyways, my whole goal was not necessarily a number. It was really just I wanted to feel confident naked. I wanted to feel like I look good naked. But I did put a number goal that I would have liked to reach. I never have reached that goal yet. The number was to at least get down to 140 pounds. I felt like, while that wasn't my ideal BMI weight, I think that's right, BMI, right? I felt like that would still be a healthy goal for me to reach, and a fairly attainable goal, I thought. I managed to maintain about 175 for a very, very long time. And then I did eventually lose more and get down to, I think I held at like 164 or 165 for a while too, but I do think that my smallest I ever got, which I actually had to look back on my blog, and I saw that I actually had reached like 158. So that was probably I think it was something like that. 158 pounds, I think, was the smallest I'd ever gotten throughout this time frame. But I don't think that was I think that was really short-lived. I don't think I held that weight very long. I think I kind of fluctuated and went back up to like about 164, and that was the smallest that I'd maintained. And it's crazy, because I remember being that weight and still thinking I still need so much more to lose, and I still felt defeated. But it's funny, because I look back on photos of myself at that weight, and I even have videos on my channel here of like outfit videos, try on videos and stuff like that at that weight, and I look back at those videos and I'm like, oh my god, I look so small, I look so skinny, and I just wish like I could have stayed there or done better to get past that. But unfortunately, I didn't maintain that weight for I think very long, maybe a year or something, maybe less, I can't quite remember. My mind is not great with memory, remembering dates and things like that. I ended up kind of gaining a little bit of weight back, but I think for the longest time, the weight I managed to maintain for the longest time was about 175. Somewhere in between that period of time, with like being my smallest, to gaining some weight and maintaining once in the 170s, I had actually gotten injured. If I'm remembering correctly, and I could be totally wrong, I used to do Zumba. I used to work out like 5 days a week, and I would do Zumba 3 days a week. And I think there may have been a reason. I know for sure I showed up a little bit late, so I didn't do a warm-up, but I think previous to that, I think I'd missed maybe like a week of working out. I'm not sure why. Maybe I was gone or something like that. I'm not sure. It could have been because I think it was back in July when it happened, so it could have been we were like doing a family vacation, maybe camping or something like that, I think. So I was kind of gone from working out for about a week. And then I was so excited to get back to the gym and get into Zumba, but I was a little bit late that day. So I came in missing the warm-up, and I did not warm up myself. I just went right into the workout, right into the dancing, not really thinking anything of it because I thought, well, I've always been able to do this. Like I didn't really think, I guess, that I needed to warm up. I don't know. I just don't know why I didn't do that. But anyways, I end up hurting myself, which seems so embarrassing to admit that I hurt myself dancing. But I ended up tearing a muscle in my calf, and I literally remember doing the dance move, and I heard, or I didn't hear, but it felt like it, so I almost felt like I heard it, like a literal pop, a popping, something snapping, just snapping in my leg, and I was like, ooh, that's weird, and I kind of like wobbled a little bit, and I tried to keep going, but I couldn't, so I was like kind of just hobbled over to the side to get out of anybody's way, and like sat there for a minute and kind of rubbed my leg because I didn't know what had happened. I rubbed my leg for a little bit, and I tried to get up, and I had a hard time. My nephew, because my sister and her son would go to Zumba as well, and he came over to the side to see if I was okay, and he actually had to help me walk out of the class and out of the gym to my car. I don't know why I'm so stinking emotional about this. Anyways, he helped me walk to my car. I mean, I don't even know how I did it. I managed to kind of walk with him myself. He was kind of I had my arm around him and he was helping me walk, but still I managed, and then I drove home. And I felt like I was in pain, but I was like somehow managing. I don't know if it was like adrenaline or what, until I got home and got out of the car, which I had a little bit of a hard time getting out of the car. We have some steps going up to our house, and thankfully there's rails, but I managed to hobble my way up the stairs. I held onto the rails to get inside my door. My husband happened to be home this day. We're inside our door, and we have some rails also by, like, once you enter into our house. And I kind of grabbed those and then like literally just collapsed. It was kind of very dramatic, and I think it took my husband by surprise. But he had known. I texted him when I got into my car before I left home that I had hurt myself and I'm coming home. And it was weird. It was kind of pretty dramatic for me to do that, but it was like I literally had used up all my strength to be able to just stand, and I just couldn't anymore and just dropped. And I have a very, very high tolerance for pain. I'm not just saying that. Like, I literally have a very, very high tolerance for pain. So, I think it was really surprising for him. It was surprising for me too, but I managed to get myself, or he came up, my husband came up and helped me get down to our living room, because we have a sunken living room. So you come into our home and there's some rails, and then there's a couple steps down into our living room. Helped me, and he was like, wow, I didn't think it was that serious, and blah, blah. Point being, anyways, I found out that I, tore a muscle in my calf. It was pretty bad. And after that point, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I literally could not walk for like 2 weeks. And then after that 2 weeks, I was still in quite a bit of pain, and it took me a while before I can really walk well or do anything well. So that was a really, really huge bummer for me, and kind of like a turning point for me with my like weight loss journey, because I couldn't like really work out. And I guess I could have worked out, I could have done different stuff, but I think I kind of just like let that defeat me. And I did still try to do my best to maintain and my weight as well as weight loss. So I was still trying to eat better, make the best decisions I could for that. and things like that. And anyways, I'm dragging the story on, but the point is, like, eventually, like, I think that was a little bit of my downfall, and I don't think it needed to be my downfall, but I think I made it such an excuse that it kind of took over, not took over my life, but it gave me an excuse to, like, to almost get out of this, like, whole weight loss journey, which is so stupid. I don't know why I did that looking back, but I just think, like, that was kind of like my downfall a little bit. Also because, like, even after, like, I had healed up and things like that, my calf still kind of prevented me from doing anything, like, too physical that required, like, running, dancing, jumping, anything like that in that way. Like, walking, obviously I could eventually, like, walk fine, but if I walked too fast or started to run or jumped or anything, like, especially with Zumba wise, like, I had to stop doing Zumba. I couldn't do it. It hurt. It caused pain still in my leg. Even though it was healed up, my calf still had pains, and then even, like, for a couple of years even, and then even, like, at the 3 and 4 year mark, I was still feeling, not necessarily pain, but I would feel like a tightening sensation in there, and it freaked me out. It caused me to kind of, like, panic a little bit, like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to hurt my leg again. And I was just scared. I was scared to do anything too physical that would hurt my leg again, because that, was really, really tough for me. I feel like it wasn't until, like, maybe last year or maybe a little bit longer than that I truly stopped feeling any kind of issues with my calf. So it really took a long time to heal, and I don't know if that was actually, like, physical or just, like, mental. Like, I just kept stopping myself because I was afraid of hurting myself again, so I think that hindered me quite a bit. I did still try to do some things to be active and things like that, but like, my weight loss journey, essentially, like, all the stuff I blogged about and things like that, had kind of come to an end. I stopped posting about stuff like that. I had totally actually made, like, a lifestyle change, because that's what it was. It had to be. If you're losing weight, it definitely has to be a lifestyle change, in the sense of not just working out, but how you eat, things like that. But slowly, that lifestyle change I made that I thought would be permanent, like, slowly kind of went back to being more of what was normal before this weight loss journey. And because I also wasn't really working out as much as I was, and when I was working out, it wasn't as intense or as great of a workout as what I used to do, I did slowly start to gain weight. Now, I did maintain, like I said earlier, about 175-ish for a few years, actually. So I didn't really gain much weight, but I wasn't losing. I was just maintaining for the longest time. Then some other kind of really stressful things happened in my life. And I think to cope or help cope, I kind of, I don't think I just went to food, but I just think, like, I just stopped caring. Not in the sense that I didn't care that I was fat or whatever, but I just was like, I don't care to have to try so hard to be nutritious and blah blah blah. Like, I just had other things to worry about, that I just ate whatever I wanted. And I don't know. Anyways, I'm basically, long story short, I started gaining quite a bit of weight. And I would notice it and when I realized I was gaining weight, I did try to step back and do better. So it's kind of like always this fluctuation of my weight, going up from, 175 to 180, going back down to 175 or 179, then, up and down, up and down, up and down for, like, a long time. But more recently, like, before I went to IMATS, it really, really hit me that, like, I had gotten kind of out of control. When I left for IMATS, I weighed 195 pounds. which is like really, I don't know why it's embarrassing to say, because it's not like I've hid my body. Like, I show my body on camera a lot, well, not a lot, but a decent amount, because I do, you know, outfit videos and stuff like that here. It's funny because I remember getting a comment from a friend talking about how she loves how confident I am. And it was strange to see that and read, because like I know she was actually complimenting me. She wasn't saying it to be mean or backhanded or passive aggressive or anything, and I didn't take it as that. I knew that. But in my mind, the way I took it was that like I probably come off as confident because I'm overweight, and yet here I am flaunting my body in a way. Not flaunting, but you know what I mean? Like being unafraid to like show my body on camera and essentially to the world through my outfit videos and stuff like that. And the thing is, like, also that hit me is like the confidence thing. It's like, it's weird because I'm actually not that confident. I'm very insecure. But I accept like my body as I am, and I like clothes. I like to dress myself. I still like, just because I'm overweight doesn't mean that I don't want to look good. You know, I try my best to wear clothes that I think are stylish and flattering to my body, because I am bigger, so I want to look the best I can. You know what I mean? And just, I want to be able to feel good, you know, wearing clothes, even though I don't feel good not wearing clothes. Going back to me hitting my highest weight in the longest time at 195, it kind of hit me just because I knew I was going to be going to IMATS in New York, and I knew I was going to probably see a lot of people, and I did. I saw a lot of people, met a lot of people, and I just felt like almost ashamed, like, oh my gosh, I've gained so much weight. I feel like I'm going to look terrible. I was just really insecure. And so when I got back from my IMATS, I knew I wanted to make a change. So here's also where I'm kind of getting back to, like, I'm not just trying to take an easy route or try to get whatever. Like, I am making an effort to better myself, and I need to stick to it. And I think part of making this video and part of what could possibly happen will help keep me accountable to doing what's best for me and my body. Anyway, so it kind of made it easier to do this because the time difference, you know, I went to New York and I live in California, so there's a 3-hour time difference and they're ahead. So when I came back here, it was a little bit easier for me to do this, but what I started doing is going back to waking up early in the morning. I wake up now at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes get out of bed right away, but most days I don't actually get out of bed until like about 5:20 or 5:10 or 5:20. I get up, I put on workout clothes, get on the elliptical. I try to do it from anywhere from half an hour to an hour every morning. And the last week I've started incorporating doing some sit-ups and things like that too, just to kind of help. I don't know. I make sure to drink a full water bottle in the morning before I get my coffee, because before that I would just get up right away and have coffee, and I'd have like coffee cup after cup after cup after cup. But anyways, I want to make sure that I'm, you know, being the most healthy in the morning. So I have, you know, I try to drink a full bottle of water, either during the time I'm doing the elliptical or, you know, during and after, before I get my cup of coffee in the morning. And then I actually even gave up coffee for about 2 weeks. I was going to try to give it up for good, because it's not necessarily the coffee I need to give up. It's the fact that I love creamer, and I know it's not good for you, because I like the really unhealthy, very sweet kind of creamers. And so I was like, I need to stop that. It's a bad habit. So I tried to give it up for, you know, a little bit, and then I just gave in and went back to it, because I was like, I miss coffee. I like coffee. I enjoy it. But now I'm limiting myself to 1 cup, maybe a cup and a half, and way less creamer than I used to do. So I think having that bottle of water first does help me with that, and I think is obviously a lot healthier for me. So I am doing that. I also am trying to do my very best with not overeating. I think I know a big part of my weight gain and my weight issues does absolutely have to do with how I eat. I love food. I wouldn't say I'm an emotional eater, though I probably kind of am. My biggest thing is that I am a food addict, and I have said that before, and I know that. I hate that. But I just love to eat. It so good. And it's just enjoyable, and even if I'm full, if something tastes good, I just want to keep eating. And I know I shouldn't do that, but it's such a struggle because it's an addiction, and I know that. And the funny thing is, like, you know, with addictions, a lot, I won't say all because I can't say that for certain, but I know a lot of addictions are usually things that are bad for you, and obviously some eating can be bad for you if you're eating the wrong foods and junk food or whatever. But I feel like with addictions, like say drugs or alcohol or cigarettes or something like that, I don't want to say they're easier to give up, because they're not. I know, I understand that. But what I mean is, like, you don't need them. With an addiction, you do feel like you need it, but at the same time, you don't need it. Like, you can essentially cut it out of your life and it's going to be better for you. But you can't necessarily cut food out of your life. You need food. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean with that. As it's very, very hard, because it's not like I could just stop cold turkey, get food out of my life, I'm done with it. You know, I have to eat to live. We have to eat to live. And that being said, of course, I don't have to eat the bad things to live. But at the same time, it's not even that I eat a lot of bad stuff. I love good, healthy food. I love fruits. I love vegetables. I don't necessarily have a sweet tooth. Don't get me wrong, I love sweets, but I don't necessarily have a sweet tooth. I think my biggest thing is I love carbs. I love bread, I love salt, I love cheese, you know, those things. And it's really more about moderation. And for me, it's just like I overindulge in stuff. Even with healthy stuff, you can definitely overindulge. You can't, you know, you just, if you want to, you know, be healthy and maintain a good weight or even lose weight, you cannot overeat. You just can't. And that was my biggest problem. But anyways, point being is I'm trying to do better with that, eating less, you know, eating portions that I should be eating, not like more than I need to be eating. And I'm working on really being conscious of that. So anyways, I just wanted to put that out there, that I have been trying, you know, to better myself, to be more aware, to be healthy, because I want to be healthy. And more than anything, it's just about not even just confidence, not even about anything like that, but I want to be healthy and I want to feel good on the inside and outside. And I guess what's important for me, for you guys to know, is that I am not looking for an easy way out. This is not about taking the easy way out. I want you guys to know and see that I am making an effort to better myself in all aspects that I am able to do. And I don't want anybody to think, which, not that I expect anybody to, but just in case, like, I don't want anybody thinking this is about me just taking the easy way out, because I know this is more than just about looks. This is more than just about having the perfect body. This is more than confidence or how people look at me or how I look at myself. This is about being healthy, you know, for me, in addition to those other things, of course. So anyways, that's where it brings me to my announcement. So, and I have more to say about it, so just bear with me. So there is this influencer program that has been started by a plastic surgeon. And it is a long shot that I would even be chosen, but I did apply. And basically, through this program, the surgeon is offering to pick, I think, 6 influencers who he'll be doing surgery on, and they are going to be, you know, documenting the progress and the before and afters and things like that. And I know that might seem really, really weird for me and my channel here and my, like, brand and what I feel like I represent and want to represent here. And I want to talk about that in a minute, but first I just want to say that for part of this program for me to even have a chance to be chosen, this is kind of where you guys can help me. If you believe that you would even be interested in seeing this journey and hearing more from me about it, and you know, just want to support me and show, you know, your love and support for me joining this program. There will be a link in my description box to a post on Instagram that is on this surgeon's Instagram page. And all you have to do is go and tag me in it. Tag my username at agapelovegirl to show that you're there to support me. And then if you want to also follow the page, that helps too. But just say you came from Agape Love Girl, you're here to support Agape Love Girl, and that you would like to see me being one of the influencers chosen. And that would help me tremendously, because I know there's several other really big influencers, or bigger than me, who have got a lot of support and most likely will be chosen over me. But if we can show that I have a strong community of supporters that would like to see me get chosen and see this happen for me, then you know, that helps my possibility, and maybe I will get chosen. I kind of think that I probably won't get chosen, so it's a long shot. And so it might seem silly to even share this video at all with you guys, because if I don't get chosen, this video will kind of be for nothing. But at the same time, I don't think it's for nothing, because I think even if I don't get chosen, I still need to hold myself accountable, because surgeries or not, like, I still need to get back on track with this. And I think, you know, what helped me so much when I first did this weight loss was that I blogged about it. I had accountability on my blog, and I had so many people that were there to cheer me on and support me, you know, through that, and that meant a lot. And I think that helped me a lot, and it helped keep me accountable for that, and I need that. And also, I want to make this too, just in case I did get chosen, because I am probably going to have to share my before and afters, and the photos that I sent to the doctor to apply. I had to send, you know, body shots, not naked. I'm in a sports bra and some workout pants, but it's still pretty embarrassing. And those photos are probably going to be shown to the world. And I figured that was also part of my struggle. I was like, if you guys know me at all, you know I'm I feel like very modest with my body. I don't like showing, even though I do fashion videos, and I've shown myself in kind of dresses where I felt a little bit insecure because it showed a little bit too much cleavage, and I've shown myself in swimsuits, and it's not like I'm like that modest, but I am very modest. You know, I don't feel like I desire to show my body to the world. My body is not necessarily for the world. And it's not just because I'm overweight and embarrassed. It's just because I enjoy modesty. Anyways, point being, those photos will be there for people to see. And so I kind of felt like I wanted to show them here in my own, like, time and terms, because they might possibly be shown anyways. And I'm really, like, scared and embarrassed a little bit to show them, but that's me. I don't think I need to be embarrassed, I guess, but I just I'm so shy, and I'm scared. I also am very, very scared of the judgment, and that's where I want to kind of get into, like, my brand and things like that. Which is weird to say my brand, but I do feel like, obviously, having a channel, I have a personality and a presence and a brand, essentially, that I represent. And I have to admit that I am very, very scared of the possible backlash that I might get. I don't think I will, but there's always a possibility, because I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm, like, shallow, or that I don't know. The thing is, like, I feel like I've always wanted to try to promote and encourage on my channel is to love yourself as you are. And I don't want people to think that because I'm doing this, it means that I'm changing how I feel. But the thing is, part of that message is also to myself, because it's something that I struggle with. And I don't think that, like, getting a surgery means I don't love myself, you know? And that's not to say that I think people who get surgery don't love themselves. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting surgery if you want to get surgery. But also, at the same time, I never thought I would be, and I still don't want to be, someone who, like, promotes surgery or promotes plastic surgery, because that's not me either. I don't want to do this to promote plastic surgery. I'm going to share my journey. If I get chosen, obviously, that'll be part of it. I will have to share my journey in doing this. That's how it goes. He's going to give me surgery. I share what my process is. And I don't still really want to be someone who promotes like, yeah, you should get a boob job, you should get liposuction, you should get this, or anything like that, because that's just not me. But I also am not going to be someone who condemns someone like, oh, you got a boob job, or you got, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't want it to ever come across as like promoting something that I'm not, I guess, is my point. I also don't want to come across as promoting something like, you know, you have to be perfect to be considered beautiful, and you have to have a perfect body to be confident, because I just don't believe that. I think you can be confident in your own body, whether you are super fit and skinny, whether you are, you know, average size, whether you are plus size. I don't personally look at people at different sizes and think, oh, they're disgusting, or you know, or someone's more beautiful than others. You know, it's not about that. So I don't want that to ever come across like you need to be perfect to be beautiful, because that's another part of my channel, I believe, is like, you know, natural beauty. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with blemishes. There's nothing wrong with gray hair. There's nothing wrong with wrinkles. Like, we're real, we're people, and that doesn't, just because you have those imperfections doesn't mean you're not beautiful. That's something I still strive to share and encourage on my channel, and I don't want that to change, and I don't want people to think that that changes just because I would like to do this. And so I guess that's what is part of also what makes me very, very nervous, is because I don't want the wrong message to be sent with this. Just because this is something that I want to do. So I really hope that that comes across, and you guys do see that that doesn't change what I think and what I believe about beauty and true beauty and things like that. So I really hope you guys see that. And then the other, I think last thing that I want to share with you is that this isn't something that I'm taking lightly and that is just randomly out of nowhere, even though it might seem like it's randomly out of nowhere, because I didn't share this earlier because it would have given away the announcement of what this was about. But at about my like 160 or so pound progress, when I was at that weight, my husband and I actually did go into a plastic surgeon locally here where I live, to see about getting these surgeries already. I had looked into getting kind of like that mommy makeover kind of a thing, where I wanted to get possibly liposuction and a tummy tuck, and a boob lift, because I don't need bigger boobs. I'm not about trying to get bigger boobs. I think my breast size is large enough, but I am a mom of 3 kids, and I did nurse, and so my boobs are full, and the doctor actually said my boobs aren't even saggy really, but they're just more like deflated. And so I would like a lift so that they weren't so deflated looking, to where they would look how they do in a bra, but without a bra. Not that I would go around not wearing a bra anymore, but I'm just like, I would like my boobs to look as good as they do in a bra, even when I'm not wearing a bra, is the thing. So that's what I would wanted. And because I had, you know, gained or lost quite a bit of weight, my stomach has still been a big insecurity for me, because it is very rolly and lumpy bumpy. You guys will probably see in the photos that I'm going to be sharing. And even when I lost a lot of weight, I still had this like rolly bumpy stomach that I had always been insecure. I was, yes, smaller, but I still didn't have a very pleasant, in my opinion, looking stomach, and I just never really liked the way it looked, and I would have love to have a flat stomach. And then the other thing that I didn't look into originally, but I'm hoping that maybe might be a possibility for doing if I get chosen for this program. I'm not quite sure, but it is an option, is to get an arm lift, because one of my actual biggest insecurities, even more so than my breast, even more so than my stomach, is my arms. Now, I hardly ever show my arms. I don't mind my arms like this, and I actually really love this part of my body, my shoulders. I think that's a really pretty part of the body, but my arms are one of my biggest insecurities, and I will just show you here like what they look like. Some of you might look at that and think it's not that bad, but for me, it's why I always like to wear jackets. It's why I always like to wear sweaters. You know, I wear tank tops when I'm filming and stuff like that. But if I'm like going out, I like to wear longer sleeve shirts. and or jackets, you know, with tank tops, because I don't like my arms to show. I find them to be very embarrassingly large. And I think even more so than my body. I feel like my arms are almost disproportionate to my body, because when I gain weight, I feel like I actually gain weight in my arms first, or more than anything. Like I gain weight in my arms there more than anything, and I just like, I want to have all this gone. And so that's actually one of the surgeries that I would like to get, and I hope that would be an option for me if I get chosen, because they in the application you can choose like 3 surgeries that you're the most like desiring to get, and my picks were to have a tummy tuck, to have a boob lift, and to have an arm lift. Those are my 3 that I would like the most. I'm not sure if there will all be possibilities for me, but those are, just so you guys know, that's what I'm kind of like would like to get. That's what I'm hoping to get and do. But again, I don't really know. And I know, again, I can essentially work out and just do the work myself, and it would take probably a little bit longer, be a lot harder, and do that. But obviously, like I said, this has been a struggle for me for many years. Since 2012, when I first started, this has been a struggle for me. It is hard. I have done my best in a lot of ways, not all the time, not consistently, but I have tried my best to do this for myself on my own without surgery, and I know it can be done. It just takes a lot more dedication than I have given it the last couple of years. So even if I'm not chosen, like, I need to be, you know, accountable and do this for myself. All that being said, I think that's everything that I wanted to say in this video. I'm sorry that I made it so long and drawn out and emotional. I just wanted to come on camera and be totally real and honest with you, because I don't know what's going to happen with this program, but if I do get chosen, I am going to obviously have to talk about it. I'm going to have to share my experience, and I didn't want it to come out of nowhere for you guys and be like, what is this? This is not, you know, what we subscribe to. This is not what we know of Maria. And I didn't want it to be like out of the blue, really, really weird. I wanted to share my story with you and my journey and why I'm choosing to do this. So that you guys it wouldn't just be like out of nowhere. And so I do hope that I have your support. If not, I completely understand, and that's fine, and you don't have to tag me or show your support. You can, you know, disagree with my choices, but I just ask that you would just be kind about it at least and consider it. I am only human, and if you do have any questions for me, please don't be afraid to ask. I try to be as honest always as possible with you guys, and if you're excited for this journey from me, let me know, show your support, leave your comments. Yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, but yeah, let me know what you guys think, and please don't forget to check the description box for that link and tag me if you would like to show your support. But with all that being said, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.